Did you know that the human brain is the only object in the known universe that can contemplate itself? Let that sink in for a moment. This powerhouse of thought, the command center of our very being, is capable of introspection. It's like a mirror reflecting upon itself, a puzzle solving its own mysteries. Isn't that a fascinating thought? But let's not get too lost in the metaphysical. On a more grounded note, the human brain is a marvel of biological engineering. Weighing just about 3 pounds, it's composed of an estimated 100 billion neurons, each capable of forming about 1,000 connections to other neurons. That's a network of about 100 trillion connections, all in something that fits in the palm of your hand. And yet, amidst this complex network, the brain finds a way to understand itself, to ponder its own existence. Now that's quite a mind-bending fact to start off our journey into understanding the human brain. Imagine a bustling city that never sleeps, with millions of people constantly communicating. That's your brain, but the citizens here are neurons. In the grand metropolis that is your brain, neurons or nerve cells are the tireless workers. They're the primary components of this bustling city, forming a complex network that makes all the magic happen. Each neuron is like a tiny information courier, delivering messages across the cityscape of your mind. Neurons are fascinatingly intricate. They're designed to transmit information throughout the body. Each one is a mini power station, generating electrical signals that zip along the neuron's highways, known as axons. These signals are then passed to other neurons through junctions called synapses. The synapses are like the city's traffic lights, regulating the flow of information. They ensure that the right messages get to the right places at the right time. It's a dance of precision, a symphony of communication that occurs billions of times every second. Neurons talk to each other using chemical messages or neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters are the city's language, allowing neurons to pass instructions, share information, and coordinate actions. And just like a city, your brain has different neighborhoods, each with its unique set of neurons. There are sensory neurons, which are like the city's eyes and ears, constantly relaying information about the outside world. Motor neurons, on the other hand, are the city's movers and shakers, controlling everything from your heartbeat to your fingers' twitch. Then there are interneurons, the city's negotiators. They form connections between other neurons, helping to process information and coordinate responses. They're the ones making sure everything runs smoothly, keeping the city in harmony. So you see, your brain isn't just a lump of gray matter. It's a dynamic, bustling city, filled with the chatter of neurons. It's a complex symphony, with each neuron playing its unique part in the grand performance that is your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, and your memories. So you see, our brain is like an intricate orchestra with every neuron playing its part. Did you know your brain has 3 main parts, each with different responsibilities? It's like a well-orchestrated symphony, with each section playing a crucial role. Let's dive into the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem, shall we? First up is the cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, taking up about 2/3 of the brain's mass. It's nestled right at the top of your head, like a crown. The cerebrum is the main stage where your conscious thoughts and intellectual activities take place. It's responsible for things like learning, thinking, and perception. Imagine it as the CEO of a company, making all the big decisions. Now let's journey to the back of the brain and meet the cerebellum. It's much smaller than the cerebrum, but don't let its size fool you. The cerebellum is your body's balance and coordination maestro. It helps you walk in a straight line, touch your nose with your eyes closed, even ride a bicycle. Think of it as the choreographer, ensuring every movement is smooth and precise. Last but definitely not least, we have the brainstem. It's located at the very base of the brain, connecting the cerebrum and cerebellum to the spinal cord. The brainstem is the control center for all the automatic functions your body performs to keep you alive. Breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, the brainstem has it all under control. It's like the backstage crew in a theater, making sure everything runs smoothly without you even realizing it. So, there you have it, the 3 major parts of the brain, the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. Each part has its own unique responsibilities, but they all work together seamlessly. It's a brilliant collaboration that makes you, you. And let's not forget, this is all happening right now in your head as you're listening to this. Just like the 3 musketeers, these 3 parts work together to make our brain the mastermind that it is. So next time you're pondering a complex math problem or simply sipping a cup of tea, remember the incredible symphony playing inside your head. It's truly something to marvel at. Ever wondered where your thoughts come from? Let's uncover the brain's control center, the cerebral cortex. Imagine a bustling city with various districts each performing unique tasks, yet working together to keep the city alive. That's the cerebral cortex for you, a 2 to 4 millimeter thick layer that covers the outer part of the brain. It's the most highly developed part of the human brain, making up about 2/3 of the brain's mass. The cerebral cortex is divided into 4 main sections: the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. Each of these lobes has its own set of responsibilities. The frontal lobe, for instance, is like the CEO of the brain, responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and planning. The parietal lobe processes sensory information it receives from the outside world, helping you understand spatial relationships and navigate your surroundings. The occipital lobe is like a cinema, dedicated to vision, while the temporal lobe, like an MP3 player, is associated with hearing and language. But the cerebral cortex isn't just a taskmaster, it's also the seat of higher brain functions such as thought, language, and memory. It's the place where you form your thoughts, where you store your memories, and where you construct the sentences you speak. When you're pondering the mysteries of the universe, grappling with a complex math problem, or recalling your first bicycle ride, it's the cerebral cortex that's doing all the heavy lifting. It's also the cerebral cortex that allows us to learn. Whether you're picking up a new language or mastering the art of cooking, it's this part of the brain that's working overtime to help you acquire and retain the new skills and information. So, the cerebral cortex is quite the multi-talented maestro, conducting the symphony of our thoughts, memories, and learning. It's the command center of the brain, the driver of our cognitive abilities, and the wellspring of our creativity. So the next time you solve a puzzle or learn a new language, thank your cerebral cortex. Ever felt butterflies in your stomach when you see your crush? That's your limbic system at work. The limbic system, often referred to as the emotional brain, is an intricate network of structures deep within our brains, responsible for how we experience and express our emotions. This system is also crucial in forming and storing memories, especially those tied to emotions, making it an indispensable part of our lives. The limbic system comprises several key structures. The amygdala, for instance, is like the emotional processing hub. It's involved in experiencing emotions like fear, anger, and pleasure. Ever jumped at the sight of a spider, or felt your heart race during a suspenseful movie? You can thank your amygdala for these responses. Then we have the hippocampus, which is like the brain's memory manager. It helps turn our daily experiences into long-term memories. Ever remember the smell of your grandma's cookies from childhood? That's your hippocampus at work. Another important part of the limbic system is the hypothalamus. It acts like a bridge between our emotional states and our physical responses. It regulates our body temperature, hunger, thirst, sleep, and even our fight or flight response. It's why you might feel your stomach churn when you're nervous, or why you might sweat when you're anxious. The thalamus, on the other hand, is like the brain's relay station. It takes in sensory information like sights, sounds, and smells, and sends them to the appropriate areas of the brain for processing. It's why you can smell a rose and instantly know what it is. So, this complex network of structures, the limbic system, is constantly at work, enabling us to experience life in a profoundly emotional and memorable way. It not only allows us to feel, but also shapes how we react and interact with the world around us. So the next time you feel a rush of emotions, remember it's your limbic system doing its job. Let's not forget the unsung heroes of our brain, the glial cells. These are the tireless supporting actors in the grand performance of our brain's functions, often overlooked but absolutely crucial. Glial cells, you see, are like the guardians and caretakers of the brain. They provide support and protection for our neurons, the brain's superstar cells. Think of glial cells as the brain's maintenance crew. They keep the place tidy, mopping up excess neurotransmitters and maintaining the balance of ions. But that's not all. They also provide neurons with nutrients, safeguarding their health and vitality. They are like the protective elder sibling, always looking out for their neuron brothers and sisters. And let's not forget their role in insulating neurons, allowing electrical signals to travel faster. This is like putting the neurons on a super-speed highway, ensuring our thoughts and actions are as swift as possible. So while neurons may be the stars of the show, glial cells are the indispensable backstage crew. Wow, what a journey we've been on. We've navigated the intricate labyrinth of the human brain, from its fascinating facts to the complex symphony of neurons. We've explored the major parts of the brain, delved into the mysteries of the cerebral cortex, and ventured into the emotional world of the limbic system. And let's not forget our unsung heroes, the glial cells, tirelessly working behind the scenes to support and protect our superstar neurons. Understanding our brain is not just a fascinating intellectual exercise, it is key to our overall well-being. The more we know about how our brain works, the better we can take care of it. This knowledge can help us make healthier choices, manage stress better, and even improve our learning and memory. So, as we wrap up our journey through the brain, I encourage you all to continue exploring, continue learning. Remember, the brain is not a static organ, it's constantly evolving, constantly learning, and so should we. Remember, your brain is your superpower. Keep it healthy, keep it active, and keep learning. Because the more we understand about our brain, the more we appreciate the amazing potential it holds. So until next time, keep your thinking caps on and your neurons firing. That's all for today's journey through the brain. But remember, this is just the beginning of your exploration. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps us a lot and tells us you want more content like this. Why not share this video with your friends and family to spread the knowledge? The brain is a complex, fascinating organ, and understanding it better can help us all improve our lives. And of course, if you haven't yet, do subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more informative and fun videos about the fascinating world around us. You wouldn't want to miss out on those, would you? Remember, knowledge is power. The more we learn about ourselves and the world around us, the more we can grow and improve. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep exploring the amazing world of the human brain. Until next time, keep your thinking caps on and your neurons firing.